Hello and welcome to Kettlebell Just Flow. We're going to be doing a lot of low flow today, so staying down on the ground, and we are going to need considerable space. Of course, I have a studio apartment, so I don't have a lot of space. I'm doing what I can, so some stuff might cut off my feet, maybe kicking around, but just make sure you have like a good radius all the way around your mat that you can reach out and not hit any walls or anything like that, and that'll make today's flow a little bit easier for you. So we're going to start with some warm-up. It's going to resemble a lot of what we did yesterday, which was more the in-depth mobilization for today. We're just going to do a quick version today to kind of set up and prep, and then we're going to get our kettlebells involved. So let's come on down to the mat. We're going to start on our belly. We're going to do our prone shoulder reaches. So laying down on the ground, you can pull the elbows back underneath the shoulders, and we're going to reach back, take a big inhale, and reach for that back foot there. A nice rotation through the upper body. Then we're going to do the other side. Just like yesterday, let's do 10, 5 each side, and that's 4, 5, 6, and last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to take it down, taking our hands back, pinch those elbows in, and we're going to scorpion roll. Press your hands down into the ground, reach that foot up and over. Nice big roll. Exhale, slow roll back, and we're going to do just like our reaches, 10, 5 each side. And with our hands on the ground here, pushing into the floor, we can get a little more push and push away that floor just a little bit. And I like to take a nice big inhale, reach, and exhale in. Last 5. And 3 more. Last 2. Excellent. All right. Turn it over onto your belly. Let's grab a kettlebell. You can do a light or a medium, and we're gonna just do some dead bugs here. Oh, let me get my timer. Uh-oh. I left it up by my computer. Here we go. So we're gonna have 3 sets of 30 seconds laying on your belly. Gonna grab that kettlebell by the horns, wrap your fingers around the ball. The thumbs are gonna go under that handle, so it should fit nicely into our hands there. Come on, lay back. We're gonna bring that kettlebell straight up overhead. We're gonna bring our feet up, and then we're gonna reach over, keeping our core tight to the floor, and then exhale, pull it back. Then we're gonna keep our arms tight here, and we're gonna extend our legs, and we can do one and then the other, or if we're feeling fun today, we can do together. So all together it'll look like part 1, part 2, and then back to the beginning. So set it on up, and here we go for 30 seconds. Gonna inhale, reach, stay tight to the floor. Exhale in, and then reach either one leg at a time, one and then the other, or you can do both. And reach overhead and legs. And overhead and legs. Last 5, 4, 3. That's one way to end that clunking my kettlebell on the floor. All right, so quick rest here. We're gonna take 15 seconds and then we're gonna go again, another 30 with our dead bug. Just activating that core, getting it ready. All right, so legs up, kettlebell up, and we're gonna reach, stay tight, and legs. And reach, and legs. Bring it in, quick rest, 15 seconds, and then we're gonna do one last round here, and then back for just a little bit more stretching for our hands. Let's get ready and set up and begin. Let's go arms and legs. And bring it in to rest. All right, we can put those kettlebells over to the side for a second, and let's take it back for just a little more stretches to prep for our animal flow today. So let's start with our fingers like we did yesterday. Put those fingers down on the ground, and we're just gonna stretch the finger. Pull those fingers up and down. I'm just gonna adjust. Thanks for bearing with. I have still some learning to do. Hopefully that helps. Turning the music down a little bit. So fingers spread, and we're just gonna lift just the fingers up and down off the mat. Keep them nice and spread. And then let's take it to the hands. So fingers stay put, and then the hands are gonna come up and down. So from the side, see how my hands, just get those wrists. So little baby hand push-ups. And then we're gonna put our hands, fingers out to the side and get our shoulders up over the hands. And we're gonna rock side to side, side to side. Shift the weight into all the way into the fingertips. Dig those into the ground, spreading the fingers. And now we're gonna go fingers forward and rock forward. Try to get at least a 90-degree for a good stretch, but if you've got good flexibility here, you can go for that 45. Again, load the fingers, practice digging into the ground. All righty. All right, shake out those hands. If you want to roll out your wrists. And we're going to take it into some beast position. So, we're going to do our beast standard starting animal flow position. Hands and knees. Oh. I don't like to flow in socks. So hands and knees, and you're gonna dig those toes in. You wanna make sure your shoulders are right over the hands and you're getting that good hand feel of the floor. So digging the fingers in. Dig those toes in and push them away so that your knees lift up off the ground. We're gonna push back into a loaded beast, hips all the way back. And then let's exhale, straighten those legs out into a unloaded beast, Back, push back into the loaded beast. Let's do 3 more. Inhale back and exhale, push. one more. All right, we can bring our knees down. Let's get our kettlebell back, and I'm gonna go with a light kettlebell today. I would suggest the same. We're gonna start with a beast hold and kettlebell drag. So just side to side. You want that kettlebell over on the side of your body, and we're gonna pull it across side to side while we hold that beast position. 30 seconds for 3 sets. Just loading up that crawling pattern we're gonna be using today. Sorry, 2 steps. We have another warm-up we're gonna do after this. So dig the toes in, lift up, and let's go. You're gonna drag that over. We wanna keep the core nice and stable. And when I say drag, I'm picking up and placing. You can quite literally drag it across the floor. That's up to you. I just wanna be gentle to my yoga mat. Last 10 seconds. And you can bring it down to rest. Take 15 seconds, and we're gonna do another round of 30 seconds. Let's get ready. Find your position. Dig those toes in and lift. Halfway through. And bring it down to rest fully. All right, kettlebells over to the side again. We're gonna do another little bit of prep work for our flow that's coming in. Don't worry, we are flowing today. So let's not put that in a dangerous place. We're gonna practice our beast, loaded beast, to front step, and then depending how confident you feel with that, you can progress to a front kick through with me on the second round. But let's just grease that groove of our front step. It's been a while. So to review, from our beast position here, we're gonna push back in our loaded beast. I'm gonna be picking up this hand and stepping this foot forward, not where the hand was, but next to the hand. This is gonna be critical when we advance to our kick through. So even though I'm picking up my hand, I'm not putting my foot where my hand was, I'm putting my foot on the outside of where my hand was. So very important part here. So just to show you what this looks like, kicking back, stepping forward, this hand comes up and we're gonna pull it back, like you're going to attack something. Grab. Then hand back down, step back into loaded beast. We're gonna alternate sides and so on. We're gonna do 10, 5 each side. So get into your beast and load. Pick up the hand, step, and back. And 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway. 3 more. And last one. Excellent. Go ahead, give it a rest. You can stretch out those quads. I'm sure they're feeling it. Mine are. So, quick glass of water, gather my breath, and I'll explain our kick through. So our kick through now, we're gonna be moving both feet. If you're not comfortable with that kick through yet, you can stay with your front step. That's just fine, okay? So if you're like, okay, front step's pretty cool, what's next? So I've gone from my front step here. Now I'm gonna pull this back leg through and drop my butt, and I've kicked forward. And that's my front kick through. I pull it back, hand goes down, foot steps back. Let's try that other side. So forward, step, kick that leg through. You can tap the leg down, but we'd like to get to a hover. Hand back, step back. All right, let's go for 8 more. So whether you're front stepping or front kick throwing with me, let's try that journey. 2, 3, 4, last 4. Woo. 2 more. All right. Go ahead, finish up those kick throughs. You can go slow or you can go fast. Work at your pace. And let's talk about our flow. So first one, we have a beast with a kettlebell drag, and we're gonna follow that up with a front step or a kick through. So since the kettlebell is going to be on one side, we're going to have to kick through to the other side, right? So here I am in my beast, right? If I drag this over here, now I want to make sure I'm stepping not this side, but the opposite. That way, there's room. If I go to step this one, and I run into my bell. So we drag to one side, step the opposite side, come back to beast, drag to the other side, step the other side. Simple, right? I have a feeling this is going to make my quads very upset that I also did squats today. Okay. Excuse me, sorry, I shouldn't do that with a mic. So now we know what we're doing. 1 minute, just like usual. Probably not gonna talk this one through too much just because of the nature. I feel like it's gonna be really hard for me to talk clearly while I'm doing this, but I'll do the best I can, all right? So we're gonna start beast with a drag, get those toes collected and lift. You're gonna drag it to the side. Now push back and front step, or if you're going with it, kick through. Bring it back and then beast. Now drag it over. And the other side. So every time you're gonna need to reset into that beast. Keeps you honest with the placement of your hands and feet. Got 15 seconds. Woo. Okay. Yep, let those quads stretch out. You want a nice active quad stretch. Go into a kneeling position, squeeze your butt forward, and lay back and stretch those babies out. All right, so how did that go? Good, it's hard. We're gonna rest 30 seconds and go through another 2 times. All right, start getting set. Here we go. Let's pull that over and up. Good, we're halfway there, friends. Woo, 15 seconds. Feel that burn. Resting. Oh yeah. Quads on fire. Let's do another quad stretch. Lay onto your side. Take that top leg, bend it, and pull that foot back while you squeeze your butt. Nice stretch. Roll over. All right, quads. Feeling rock hard. We still have one more round to go. 15 seconds to launch. All right, let's do this. All right, knees up. Drag and front. Halfway. Last 20. Stay with me. Uh-oh. 10 seconds. Woo. Kettlebell, come back. Woo. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So if you need something when you're kneeling, something thick, go ahead, grab that while you're catching your breath, because we're going to be doing some kneeling in our next one. All right, I'm going to catch my breath. You do the same. Let's have some water with electrolytes. All right, so our next flow here, let's see, looks like maybe just a little, my upper body is going to be cut off. That's not my favorite. Work with what we got. So, going to be going from, if I'm closer, do you see more? Not really. Okay. Sorry. So we've got half kneeling, clean press, windmill, and we're going to start with just that, and then if we feel adventurous, we're going to add a kick through on our second round. So we're going to do 3 just like the other one. So half kneeling clean. From our half kneeling position, you're going to have that kettlebell loaded by the leg that's on the downward side, but clean it with the forward arm. So hips are gonna be sliding back, and then pew, hips pop forward. We're gonna pull it up, wrap it around our wrist, getting it to rest right there. From there, pressing it up, and then we're gonna drop to the side, windmill. We're gonna bring it down, roll it, front rack switch. So from here, put my other hand inside that handle, roll it over, bring that knee down, switch. It's gonna go down, up, press, and clean. And then we'll see about our kick through, okay? So 1 minute, just like we do, side to side. Load up your kettlebell. All right, let's begin. So grab that kettlebell, clean it up to the shoulder. Now press, drop it over to the side, touch the ground. Those hips should shift. Pick it up, whoop, good balance. Bring it back down, stick that other hand on top of the one holding the bell, roll it over, and then switch the knees. Kettlebell goes down to the floor, switch your hips back to load, pop, clean, press, and windmill. Oh, switch first, then knees. Bring it down, clean, press, and drop it to the side. Bring it down, hand over hand, switch, knees switch, press, and bring it back up. Go ahead, rest. Okay. So just for simplicity's sake, I don't want to be tripping over that. So when I'm doing my windmill, if you want to try this, just body weight before you load it up. Loading it up, of course, is going to be harder. But essentially, we're going from our windmill position, and then let's go lift up our hips. So you're going to push into your hand, push into your foot, kick it through, and then we're going to pull that back underneath, come up in our windmill, and then carry on. So let's do that now. If you'd like to stick with no kick through, go ahead, stick with no kick through. This is still a really good workout either way, so don't think you're not getting a good workout just because of that. Go ahead, start in your half kneeling position, and let's begin. So I'm starting with a clean up to my shoulder press. I'm gonna windmill down, hold on to the ground. I got my good grip. I'm gonna pull that leg through, kick, and knee back under. Come back up, half kneeling, bring it down, hand over hand, switch, and knees. And now go clean, press, windmill, kick through. Today, apparently my brain is off. So excuse me. Go ahead, switch sides. Hope you're able to follow along anyway. Clean, press, windmill, kick through. Let's switch it over, see if we can squeeze in one more. Clean, press, all right. Okay, resting. So depending on which version you liked more, you can choose the first or the second option, but we're gonna do one more round of a minute. And also, excuse my camera kind of cutting off the top half. It's hard. Animal flow stuff takes up so much space. It's hard to get a good view. All right, ready for our last set. Let's start half kneeling and clean. Go. Just take it to clean, press, and windmill. Last 15 seconds. Very nice. Kettlebells down. So let's start to cool it off because this is certainly nothing easy on those quads and hips. So we're gonna make sure we stretch it out. Take it to a nice neutral quadruped position. Dig in your toes and send it up and back into downward dog and walk out your heels. Plant both those heels firmly on the ground, and let's take it into a three-legged dog. Hips are level, and then bring that forward, planting your foot between your hands at the top of the mat, and open up rotate into that leg. Nice big stretch. Drop that back knee down, back foot down, and drop your hand as you reach for your back leg. And then if you're a lucky flexible person, you can lift up that foot and grab on for a nice stretch in that quad. Otherwise, if you're just leaving that foot on the ground, push your foot into the ground and squeeze your butt, driving your hips forward. And you will also get a nice quad stretch. Let's release that foot. Bring the arm back around, planting the hands. Send it up and back into your three-legged dog, and then open that hip, draping the leg for a wild thing. Go ahead, kick your butt, and stretch that top quad out. And you can bring that foot down, return to your downward dog. Push up through those shoulders, chest to the knees. Let's repeat on the other side now. Leg goes up, hips are level. Bring it forward into your low lunge. Hand on either side of your foot there, and lift up your arm. Lower down that back leg, drop the foot, and reach for that foot. Either you're gonna push your leg, this back leg, kick your foot down into the ground, or you can pull back. Either way, make sure that front shin is nice and straight, good vertical shin. Nice deep breath. And then we can release, bring the hand back around, and let's send it up and back. Three-legged dog into wild thing, and we're gonna kick. And let's bring it down, walk it out, stretch the front of the foot, and you can bring it down into quadruped position. Let's take one arm, reach it forward, and then up to the ceiling. We're going to take it into that rear shoulder stretch. Arm's going to go down through the other, threading it through. Drop your shoulder down onto the ground. Make sure your hips are right up over your knees, and you can reach your top arm up overhead. Nice deep breath here. And you can slide it back. And then we're going to open on your inhale all the way back up. Let's switch sides, reaching our arm forward, and then up to the ceiling, and then exhaling down through. Shoulder to the floor, and you can reach that other arm up overhead. Nice deep breath. Go ahead, slide that hand back, and inhale, open all the way back up. All right, drop those hips back. Slide those hands back. And push yourself up and give yourself a pat on the mat. For pat on the mat, I really am discombobulated today. Well, this is going to be fun to watch in the future. Hopefully you enjoyed today's low flow. Very difficult on those quads. If you needed a little extra rolling out, go for it. Give yourself a nice quad massage. Feel free to come back and repeat this one, or try yesterday's mobility class, which pairs excellently with today's work. That's it for this week's live classes. I have another selection of lift and flow with bands that should complement today's really kind of wild movement, we get into a little bit more strength patterns. So whether you work out with me or you work out alone, next workout I would highly recommend doing some strength work. So good to see you this week, or not see you, good to have you. And hopefully I get my brains back next week, and I will see you then. Always good to have you. Thank you for taking care of yourself. Radical self-love is awesome.